Okay, now this one is mighty interesting, and this is further proof to show you that this illegal immigrant situation that is happening between America and the UK and parts of Europe as well is well organized, because it is through these so-called illegal immigrants in the countries that they will use to create laws, right? Laws that will not work in you and your family favor. Now, the thing about these laws, a lot of individuals, citizens of these various countries from UK to the United States, to France, or wherever, they believe when their government bring in these laws, it applies to illegal immigrants and there is nothing to see. I actually saw someone made a comment on social media that this law is for illegal immigrants, right? And then we have a pastor warning, right? Warning his people in the church. If the law is passed in California, they need to take their children and run, right? They need to take their children and run, because this law on these social media streets is known as the kidnap traffickers law, right? So for those out there who would want to legally kidnap or traffic a child, this law is here for them to use, right? Now let us get into what one of our credible sources is saying first. Parental rights group warn California bill could make kidnapping children easier by redefining caregiver roles. A California parental rights group is warning that proposed state legislation aimed at protecting illegal immigrant children during family separation dangerously redefines guardianship and could ultimately make kidnapping children easier. As California lawmakers head back to Sacramento, a state Senate panel is expected to advance Assembly Bill 495, known as the Family Preparedness Plan Act, a bill that supporters claim would expand child welfare protection by legally recognizing caregivers and providing children with access to family service without unwanted disruption. The thing with these people that you voted for, whenever they're bringing in these laws that seriously compromise the family, they always like to put at the front, it is here to protect, it is here to protect. But when you read between the lines, you see something is really wrong, right? And when you have a nation that voted for this to happen, when you have a nation that has so much contempt and prejudice in their heart that they are willing for people to come up with these various laws, right? That it's not only for illegal immigrants. You think when they're bringing these laws, especially in the UK, people believe that when the UK government bring in laws for illegal immigrants, it is just for them. No, shortly after, it will apply to you as well, right? So they're coming in the UK, they are handing out digital visas, digital work permits, digital residency, right? So individuals won't have any proof that they have a work visa more than the AI proof. They won't have any proof that they have a residency permit. And people in the UK believe that this digital system that they are implementing, pushing on immigrants, the illegal immigrants and others, they think it won't happen to them. So therefore they stay quiet. Oh, it's just for the illegal immigrants. It's going to affect you later on. Now, this evidence goes on to say the bill also expands the definition of a caregiver to include non-relative extended family members, defined as any adult caregiver who has an established familial or mentoring relationship with the child, or who has an established familial relationship with a relative of the child. Critics, including the California Family Council, argue this category is too loosely defined, potentially allowing unqualified individuals to assume significant responsibility. This law right? This law, these people, they are bringing in a bill, right? After you separate the parents from the child, you are bringing in a bill which allow anyone to come and claim this child as their own. This is absolutely wicked. Now, the evidence goes on to say, the article goes on to say, warning, the bill attempts to create a streamlined guardianship by allowing non-relative extended family member defined broadly as anyone with a mentoring relationship to assume control over a child through a one-page affidavit. CFC Vice President Greg Bird says the lack of court review, notarization, or even parental consent is troubling. Child trafficking. Let us pray and say glory be to the Most High.